Cookie swirl? See?
Eee, chocolatey chippy cookies! Oh, it looks like a My Little Pony day today. Oh, yes. Okay, we are going to be creating a My Little Pony from this Littlest pet shop. Oh, she's going to get a super duper pinkified makeover. Just like I created with this little Fluttershy pony. She actually used to look just like this pony right here, but now she's been transformed into Fluttershy. So now we're going to transform this Littlest pet shop into Pinkie Pie. It's going to be pretty easy to do. All you're going to need to do is grab some air dry clay. So I just bought this at Walmart, so this is brand new. So let's open it up and try it out. So I'm trying out a brand new type of clay. Open. Ooh, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to have to give Pinkie Pie a brand new mane and tail because this mane and tail look nothing like what Pinkie Pie has for hair. So I'm going to take a pinch out of this, and this totally looks like cheese or something. Oh, it's soft. I needed some new clay really bad, and this clay is super duper soft, so I'm happy with it. And of course, while I'm not using my clay, I'm gonna put it into a Ziploc baggie so that way it does not dry out. So I have my clay all sealed in this baggie, and now I'm going to take my little Pinkie Pie pony and let's go ahead and give her a new mane. So I'm gonna take my clay and I'm just going to sculpt out some super duper crazy curly Pinkie Pie fun hair. Because Pinkie Pie has some fun, awesome, curly puffy hair. So we'll do a big puffy right here. And I'm just gonna take it with my fingers and just definitely spread it into her mane that she has already. So brand new mane. So make it big, fun, and Pinkie Pie crazy cool. And sometimes it helps to have a little bit of some water nearby that you can easily just dip your finger in and smooth out the clay. It just kind of makes it totally smooth. Like this little piece on top looks a little rough, so I'm just gonna smooth it out. There we go, perfect. Have it become part of this pony. You are gonna become a cool Pinkie Pie. There we go, this is looking good. So her hair is super duper curly whirly with lots of fun little bumps all over the place to make it look like she's got lots of curly fun hair. Now I'm gonna start working on her tail. So I'm gonna take my little clay ball and just press the clay on and make it super duper curly fun swirly, just like Pinkie Pie's hair. Take a little pinch more of some clay. Whoop, there we go. Pinkie looks pretty good. Look at that tail. So I just added a whole bunch of like little curly whirly swirlies on it. And it looks a little bit funny right now, but it will look perfect once paint is on her. So now I'm just gonna let her sit and dry. Woo! All right, so she's been drying overnight, and now, good, the clay is all hard. Now we're gonna paint Pinkie Pie. So I'm going to get out some of this pink color, and I think this color would be kind of fun to use. It's called Pink Eraser. So I'm gonna give it a good shake. Boop, 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 boop. So I'm gonna take some paint on my brush, dip it in a little bit of some water, and now I'm going to paint Pinkie Pie's hair. Look at that color. Ooh, Pinkie Pie. She's so fun. And I am just going to paint all of this crazy hair that she has right in the front. I'm just gonna take my time and just kind of let that brush edge do the gliding, but I don't have to be too careful because we are gonna be painting over. So I don't have to be as careful because we're gonna be painting over her brown coloring into a Pinkie Pie pink coloring. Look at that fun hair. Oh, come on, look at that. Oh, she looks so fun. And paint her tail as well. Pinkie Pie, Pinkie Pie. Of course, we can't forget to paint the other side of her too. So paint all of these crazy curlies that she has in her hair. A lot of paint on my brush, just going right over into all these areas. There we go. And now I'll paint a second coat on because it's a little bit splotchy here. And I want to make sure that paint is nice and colorful. So just go back over any areas that may need a little bit of some help at. This Pinkie Pie is looking awesome. Now we're gonna color her coat color. So I'm gonna be using this Princess Pink. Give it a good shake. Ooh yeah, that looks like a great color for Pinkie Pie. So I am just going to now paint Pinkie. Paint her. And I'm trying to keep the paint as smooth as possible, so I gotta use a little bit of some water. So I'm going to paint around her eye very carefully. So I'm just using the edge of my brush just to go around her eye. That's all I want to do. We can paint over her lashes, that's okay.
Little Pinkie Pie, paint around your eye. Little Pinkie Pie.
Just like that. Can't forget about her ears. And then I'm gonna turn her over and paint the other side of her. Also taking my time going around her eye because I need to use her eye. We're just gonna repaint her eye so it's a little bit more Pinkie Pie color. And that's all we're gonna do. And can't forget to paint underneath, like on her belly, her other leg. She's looking good. All right, she's nice and dry. Now I'm gonna go in with a second coat. Get some paint on my brush. Whoop. Dip it in a little bit of some water and then paint another coat on. I'm gonna make these coats really, really, really colorful. Make sure to cover up all of those streaky marks. And of course, take my time when I go around her eye. There we go. And I don't want to load my brush with too much paint because if you do too much, then she gets really streaky and they tend to get this melted kind of look, if that makes any sense at all. So I'd rather do multiple coats of thin layers than one really thick layer. Just let that edge of the brush do the gliding around her eye. This Pinkie Pie is looking so, so nice. Now that that layer dried, I'm gonna put another coat of paint on.
Just keep painting the Pinkie Pie, Pinkie Pie.
So I'm just gonna keep painting and painting until she no longer looks splotchy or streaky and this color is on super good. Pinkie Pie is all dried. Now I'm gonna color her eyes in because Pinkie Pie doesn't have purple eyes. She's got these blue eyes. So this parrot blue is like the perfect Pinkie Pie color. Give it a shake. Open it up. Oh yeah, perfect. Take my brush, just dip it in just a little bit, and I am just going to follow this little purple line very, very, very carefully. And if I go outside of the purple, that's okay. That's not a problem. We're just going to touch everything right back up with black, but I'm going to stay in the line as much as I can.
There we go.
There we go. Ah, there's one Pinkie Pie eye. Whoop. And the other. And like I said, it doesn't matter that I don't completely stay in the line because I'm just going to go right back in and correct it and it will look absolutely perfect. I just want to make sure that that color is nice and strong. No little weak areas or areas that don't have paint. I'd have to have it nice and strong. Pinkie Pie's eyes are all dry. Now we're going to clean up her eye by putting a little bit of some black in there. Got my black paint, little tiny dip in the brush, like that. And I'm just going to just go around just like this to kind of touch up that edge. I want my paint to be nice and thick. There we go, so it goes on super duper smooth. Perfect, look at that. And the other side as well, just kind of follow the line.
La-da-da.
Just like that. Now, since I have black on my paintbrush, we're gonna put in Pinkie Pie's eyelashes, and she's got 3 eyelashes here and 3 also on the bottom. But first, we're gonna create this line right here. She's got a little bit of a black arch. So I'm going to take my brush, and I am just going to outline Pinkie Pie's eye just a little bit. There we go. And then with my brush, I'm gonna add my little lashes in, just very carefully. A little lash right here. Whoop, whoop, and one more. Little Pinkie Pie. Now she needs her tiny little lashes down here. There we go. And do exactly the same thing on the other side. So I'm just gonna kind of clean up her eye line here. And you can also do this with a toothpick as well to kind of get that line as small as you can. There we go. And her bottom lashes. There we go. Perfect. So Pinkie Pie now has her lashes put in. Now I just have to paint on Pinkie Pie's cutie mark. And it looks like it's going to be better to see it if I put it on this hip because this side is covered a little bit and she's kind of moving her leg forward, so it's a little bit harder to see. So we're going to put it on her little leg on this side. So I'm going to use the same color blue that I painted her eye and this pretty yellow color that's called Sunbright Yellow that I think would be perfect. Little bit on my brush, and I'm going to very, very carefully paint one little yellow balloon for the middle. Just kind of put a dot and just kind of pull down a little bit. Then I'm going to do exactly the same thing with my blue paint. Make a tiny little dot and then pull it down. There we go. And the other side. Perfect. Now, to get that little balloon, little string small enough, I'm actually gonna use a toothpick and just dip it in the color and act like it's a paintbrush. That's all you have to do. And just draw a little tiny balloon string right off of the little balloons. There we go, teeny tiny little cutie mark. And now the last thing I have to do to this Pinkie Pie, can you tell what it is? I have to touch up the paint area right here. Actually, in a lot of places. So I'm just gonna go back to my main color and very carefully, I have a smaller brush now, and just paint her mane back on, just in those areas that got a little bit of her body color back in. And then she will be completely done.
Very carefully. Little Pinkie Pie. La da da.
All right, the last thing to do now is to seal in Pinkie Pie's color so it lasts forever and ever and ever. So I'm going to be using this Duraclear Ultra Matte Varnish. Give it a really good shake. I'm going to take my paintbrush and I'm going to dip it in the Duraclear like that. And then I'm going to dip it into some water because you don't want it to be too strong, because if you put too much on her, she'll turn out really glossy, and I do not want her to be glossy. And I'm just going to paint it all over Pinkie Pie. And this stuff is just so wonderful because it totally protects the coat from any chips or anything. So whenever I play with this Pinkie Pie, she's totally like a regular toy that was actually made from the factory.
Pinkie Pie.
All right, where's Pinkie Pie? We've got Fluttershy here. Let's have Pinkie Pie come on out and say hi to the rest of these Littlest Pet Shop ponies. I can't wait to see Pinkie Pie. Here I am! Yee! Pinkie Pie, Pinkie Pie, Pinkie Pie! She looks so amazing! Oh, she totally turned out. Look at how cute. Look at her crazy, fun, curly mane and tail. She looks so amazing, and you can even see her little cutie mark right there on the one side. So Fluttershy, what do you think about my new look?
Oh, I think you look very, very nice, Pinkie. Very nice.
Okay, Pinkie looks totally awesome. I am so happy with how this Littlest Pet Shop turned out. Wow, Pinkie, can't believe how different you look there.
Thanks, Applejack. Yeah, you look pretty awesome as a Littlest Pet Shop, Pinkie. Good job.
Woo! All right, Cookie fans. I hope you enjoyed watching me turn this Littlest Pet Shop into Pinkie Pie. Ooh, I wonder what Littlest Pet Shop pony I'm going to paint next. I hope you have a Pinkie Pie perfect-tastic day. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, Cookie fans. Yay, Pinkie. Yay! Oh, one of these Littlest Pet Shops is so nice because they gave me this cookie. That was drawn by a Cookie fan. But which Littlest Pet Shop gave me this cookie again? Littlest Pet Shop number 1, 2, or 3? One of them had the cookie in the background.